Okay, so now for something completely different. I would like you to write down the lessons that you've learned in your experience and pass down them to the next generation of programmers. And here's a short story about why and how should you do it. So, you see, I like to bring the ideas about the future of programming from other areas in life. And for particular purpose of this talk, the selected area is classical music. And you see, in classical music, they have conservatories of music. So, would you imagine the future? Where do we have conservatories of code? Well, let me show you how it would look like. So here's the vault with great works of programming. And over there, here are the halls of functional programming. Here are the halls where you can practice math that the programming requires upon. And here are the halls and rooms for people that are practicing infrastructure. You see, there is something interesting in a more mature field of knowledge, such as classical music, because we can learn from that. However, conservatories of code, an idea great on paper, that's not going to happen in this century. But here's something that we can start today. This guy, his name is Robert Schumann, and he is a great composer, a great pianist, and also a good writer. He wrote what's called the Rules for Young Musicians. It's a set of 70 maxims and aphorisms for practitioners of music. And here's the first of it. The first of it is about the skill of hearing. And the skill of hearing is very important to musicians. And give me a hand. Who of you, at the beginning of your career or at the beginning of your learning, got an advice that reading is the most important skill in programming? Who of you? Not many. So why aren't we teaching that to everyone? Well, and now for how to do it. I would like you to write down the lessons about that. But here are the two main things about them. The first one is that you should embrace complexity. And the second one is that you should assume a mentor. What does that mean? Well, let me show you an example. So the example is not every problem is solved by a program. And more experienced programmers would say, yeah, that happens. But that happens in a context. Here, the context is not provided. But the thing is that if you assume that there is always a mentor, that person will be able to guide the younger programmer in which context should we use that rule and explore whether that is applicable and when that doesn't apply. And here's a few tips on how to implement that in your workplace. The first one is to write down lessons that you happen to stumble upon when you work with younger programmers. The second one is to write them down, and the third one is to share and discuss them in your team, and after that you can go to the bigger community and also share that. And I assure you, if there are people in this room, all of you, if we start writing down the rules for young programmers, then it would be faster than doing a conservatory of code. maybe we will converge with our discussions in about maybe 40 years or so. But the thing is that along the way, we will make a better future for new generations of programmers where they will be able to better express their thoughts in their code. Here's an example. I started doing that. And if you'd like to come to me after that, talk about, or simply just connect on this idea, then yeah, talk to me in the lobby. Thank you very much, and have a great day.